yes, we are here to talk about something that is really happening right about now, hitting up the internet at this point in time. It's something that is quite worrisome. It's been bothering us, and we needed to actually bring it, and that's the reason why we decided that today will be the perfect day for us to talk about this one. It has to do with the children. We always say that they are the leaders of tomorrow, and of course that they need to be treated properly so as to get them there to that place where they need to be. But that being said, a lot of things have been happening, and I know that for some time now, for the past year or so, a lot of people have been complaining about some schools and how they treat the children and how they go about doing certain things that they should not do. And today we are still going to be talking about that same matter, because they say that when you keep on talking about it, eventually those people who are in charge will hear about it and then get to do something. And we know that 7FM has got the power, because whenever we talk here, we see that it works. People out there listen, the authorities listen, and then they get to do, effect that change, do something about it. And that's the reason why we have decided again to bring this one to your doorstep. My name is Raymond Okolo. And yes, I've got with me right here in the building Favor.
Good morning, Ray.
Good morning to you too.
Good morning, Ray.
Are you looking like
like what?
Do
you want to start this
your,
again?
Your Valentine's Day only, you go once, just 1.5.
I did not actually tell you that I got 1.5. I was just telling you that this time that it go at the rock. If anybody gives you even 500 naira, you should appreciate it.
Favor, how was the Valentine's for you? What did you get?
What did I get? Okay, yes, I got money actually. Yes, I got money.
Yeah. Now because
you know they are around, now why ain't just bring this matter?
No matter. Yesterday it was really Heketa Skeketa yesterday.
Big man empty pocket.
Hey!
If they pay you, please don't say I did not give you. But the thing is that I am not Ife, so you should hold him. I gave to the person I'm supposed to give.
Okay, if I don't settle me,
he settled with 1.5.
Now you
your 1.5.
Now you
manage your 1.5. There's no new line, so manage your 1.5. Today we want to take a look at something that happened in Lagos, and this one is quite sad, really. A mother raised alarm after her daughter allegedly died in a sporting event at Chrisland school in Lagos. The mother, Blessing Adeniran, narrated the series of events that led to the death of her daughter named Whitney. Blessing, in a video where broke down in the tears, accused the school located in Victoria Garden City of negligence. She narrated that the school was to have its annual sporting competition on February 9th at the Agege Stadium. The mother said when she couldn't find her child in any of the activities at the stadium, she was told she slumped. February 9th was their inter-house sport. Last year I couldn't go on time. My daughter was angry, I didn't watch her match pass. I couldn't find my way to Agege Stadium. This year I went before the event even started, she said. I met the principal, admin officer, members of the PTA committee, and some parents. The match pass happened when it started. The first, second, and third houses matched, but I didn't see my child. She's in the greenhouse. So I thought she's among the Queen's entourage, but those ones and all others matched, and I didn't see her as well. I called the school driver to ask if she was among those he brought to the stadium. He said he did bring her. And then I crossed to the other side. I saw some students and asked. I told them I was looking for Whitney. I didn't run. She told me the girl Whitney just fainted and is being taken to the hospital on the school bus. Blessing said she panicked and went after the bus, ending up at the health center close to the Agege Central Mosque. The mother said her daughter was already dead when she caught up with the team that rushed Whitney there. She raised the alarm that the school had no provision for emergency response, hence didn't administer first aid. No ambulance, no doctors or medical personnel in a place where you have over 500 students and over 100 parents. I rushed in to meet Whitney's corpse on her deathbed. This happened in less than 10 minutes, the mother said. I saw the staffer who went with her. I asked the doctor what happened, and she said it looks like a cardiac arrest. How does a 12-year-old have a cardiac arrest without any pre-existing medical condition? If she was sick with even so much as a headache, I wouldn't have let her go for the sport. By the time I got there, my daughter's lips and tongue had already turned black. I don't want to open up my child for autopsy. Based on what have actually happened, the Lagos State government has ordered the shutdown of Chrisland International School pending the outcome of the investigation to unravel the circumstances surrounding the death of the pupil Whitney Adeniran.
Maybe the students that she got the information from didn't really know exactly what happened. Just, sometimes when things are happening around you, hear different versions of a story. You hear different versions of the story, and then the cotton candy electrocution seems a little bit true. I don't know exactly what happened there, but that's the only thing that can make someone turn black within the space of minutes.
And I'm really glad that we get to speak on some of the things that is happening around us, so that other people might learn from this. There are some things that is not manageable, but we see it as, let me just try and do this thing. And without being careful enough, you go ahead and do those things, claiming that you don't have enough yet, something that you know that can affect us as a person. And this place is where children are. Imagine 12-year-old child. They still play around. They are not like somebody that will see something and be like, oh, this is a naked wire, let me move away from this side. So these children are small. So I will actually blame the school in the first place. Number one, this is not the school premises, because we heard they went out of the school. That's the Agege field, general field that everybody uses if they want to do something like that. And we can see that this thing should be scrapped off.
There should have been teachers around to first and foremost, see where the child is going to. You don't allow children at that age to just wander around, because I think she actually went outside the stadium to go get this, and then it happened. That being said, in a situation where you have over 500 students and then over 100 parents as well too, that is about 600 people, there should be provision for at least an ambulance, and then a doctor should be there, or a nurse or something. A nurse should be there to be able to administer first aid in terms of any situation, because in situations like this, there must be a need for it. In case, we're not praying for it, but in case something like that happens, they will be on ground to administer first aid and then be in the right position to help.
Do they check the health status of these children before they say that, okay, go and do this? You just see a child that she's slim, she's tall, she has a long leg. You should be able to run. Oh yeah, start running. Are we checking the health status of these children before we involve them in doing some activities in the school?
Whosoever, whether private or government school, whosoever that is looking forward to creating such establishments, that is a school, they should also keep in mind that they should have maybe a qualified nurse or a doctor there, because sometimes this body, you might not see the symptoms of whatever that is happening inside, and so I've seen cases of people just they just slumped and they didn't feel anything unusual. I've seen cases like that. So in schools where that children that are not careful enough, because if the cause of her death was the electrocution as a result of the cotton candy machine, sometimes we have something like a refrigerator. There will be a part of this refrigerator that it's electrocuting, and you don't know why. You're not seeing any naked wire, but that even sometimes your laptop too, there will be a part of it that once you place your hand on it, it will shock you. So maybe that was what happened. But children are less careful. So since they are less careful, let's make school environments where they spend most of their days, because they spend less. If they are home, they sleep in the night. Maybe they come back by 4 p.m. and you spend few hours with them. The next thing they've slept, in the morning they are up. So they spend most of their time outside your home. So let the school authorities, let them find a way to make our schools conducive for our children to be. As you're making your budget in creating a school establishment, make sure you also add safety of those children in that your budget. That's just what I have to say about this.
And when they, get to approve, I'm sure that there are certain things they look out for before going to give them that permission to go about carrying out their duties. I think they are now supposed to look at this one properly as well too, making sure that you have enough, staff. You have enough staff that would be able to at least cater to the needs of the children at any given point in time, and then make sure that there are health facilities there, and maybe a small clinic that can attend to the students. And I think it should be made compulsory now.
There are some things that we cannot scrap off, and there are some things that it might just happen without anybody noticing it, but we can prevent some things. So prevention is better than cure.
Parents, especially the mothers, which are in the let us not assume that they are fine. When you guys all again wagi, carry a gil. When you kuzi gain the looking waganya, carry a key is in the so you hand the ubo, uchegi.